What's up, everybody? Welcome to the White Filth channel 2018. Happy New Year, if that's something you like or are into. A small update, new collection. I have 3 records, but this is more a itinerary update for what's going to happen with the channel in 2018. First off, we're listening to Sacraments, the double tape that came out about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, which I showed in the last tape delay on Found Remains. So that's playing in the back. Yeah, itinerary. I have to remember there is a thank you in this one too. What's going to happen with this channel is I canceled my visa, so that was a huge step in my record collector anonymous addiction battle. So yeah, there won't be a lot of impulse buys. It's going to be more focused buying of records and collecting of records. So the updates will be more sporadic, less bombardment like the few months that I did, maybe 3 or 4 in a month. These will be 1 or 2 a month, and then the focus will shift more into the existing collection, like more discography videos, more spotlights on artists, the Belgian black metal videos, which I'm working on the first one now. So yeah, stuff like that. There will be updates, of course, but not bulk, not a lot of crazy updates. So yeah, that's I think the first. That being said, there are some stuff is coming in. I have 3 here, but I think with the holidays there were some things delayed, maybe. But yeah, there is a small tape delay coming up with. I'm going to show the amplifier and the tape deck again because my main man from Brazil asked for that. So yeah, like I said, small update. There is some stuff coming in. Like yesterday was Go to Warwick's day. Managed to grab some stuff. And talking about Go to Warwick's, I was following, and already I saw people talking shit about I never get records. It's always the ones that F5ing the entire night. Blah blah blah. The records are still online. I mean, yes, the Obscuritatum is sold out, but there is the compilation, which is the sickest record they ever did, in my opinion. There is the Drowning in the Lights triple is still available. The NIC or whatever you call it tape is still available. The new tape from them is still available. So yeah, one record is sold out. Instead of bitching and complaining, go to the site, get the records you want, then bitch and complain. So yeah, rant number 1 in the bag. On to the update, I guess. No, the thank you first. I saw my subscriber count went up a bit. I reached the first milestone, I guess, for YouTube stuff, the 500 mark, which is nice. It doesn't mean a lot in the grand scheme of things because this channel stays the same or is going to be less prolific. But I have to thank Josh Armijo, RunnerJMA on YouTube, one of the most prolific guys on here, with nothing but good videos, nothing but good content. I have to thank him for the kind words about me and the channel. That shit's heartfelt, bro. It's always nice when someone who is that prolific and that good in what he does to have nice words about this channel. So really appreciate it, and to all the new subs, thank you. Hope you're not disappointed. There are a lot of videos down there, so go check them out if you're into what I do, my ramblings. Now, I'm going to fire up my cell phone for the first release because, believe it or not, this is kind of the second time I'm doing this one. First video already fucking up. The first 2 are from the last Iron Bonet order I did. I didn't get anything from them, but they had some distro items that piqued my curiosity, and the second one will be clear to why it piqued my curiosity. The first one is, and forgive me for checking the cell phone, but the first one is Foil Na Sian Coil. That's what it's called. It's a one-man Irish black metal band or project. I don't know when is something a project, when it's not a band? I'm not sure, but let's call it a project. One man from Ireland, and the thing means blood of the ancient forest. So yeah, Irish language is always a bit... the thing is called Hunger, something the Irish in the Middle Ages are familiar with. I think everybody in the Middle Ages was familiar with. I have to check the label too, because that's also a mouthful. This was a tape release on Tour de Garde in 2011, and I think it's kind of a gem that went under the radar, because now it is on Mesaka Un Oyo Records, the label that also did, I think, Frenelit and Undergang Records. They unearthed this tape on Tour de Garde from 2011, like I said, and then yeah, did the vinyl release. And this came up on Iron Bonet when I did the next one is a Perverted Ceremony, of course. This came up on Iron Bonet, and while I was talking to a guy who said, "Hey, have you heard that record Hunger by blah blah blah?" So I put it in. I listened to it because I had to hurry up for the Perverted Ceremony. I don't know how many they had. I listened to it and I put it in the cart instantly. This is a, well, like I said, a black metal project, but let's show the vinyl first. There's the label logo, there's their logo. This is a black metal record in the sense that it is black metal, but it has those barking vocals with some reverb on it that is not really special. What is, or where it gets interesting in my opinion on this record, is when they slow down, or when he slows down and it comes into death metal territory, because the riffs and the drumming gets so basic and so borderline death metal. So yeah, there is a variation in style in the sense that when they slow down, it goes a little bit heavier. The more tingy approach to the music disappears, and it becomes a bit death metal-y. So yeah, all in all, a good record, but a record that deserves a lot more spinning, in my opinion, to really get into. So yeah, I'm not going to pronounce the title again, but it's called Hunger, and I will, of course, link it in the description. This was still up on Iron Bonet, and I think since it is a new pressing of a tape, I think there are still copies floating around. Wouldn't be surprised if Tour de Garde would stock them soon. Coffee break. Like I said, the second one, Perverted Ceremony. I've beaten this shit to death by now. But yeah, a Belgian black metal band that on the first, the hype sticker was all over Beherit. Now the hype sticker says, for fans, Lord of Putrefaction, Mystifier, and Dead Christ. So they shifted a bit in style, but not too much. According to the hype sticker, what I noticed in the few spins that I did is that there is a bit more groove to this one. That's pretty much all I can say. This is a new EP by them, and this is the Die Hard version. It has an intro, Graveyard Sacred Worship, and then Malformed Procreation. This EP was recorded in Drywood's basement, 2017, mastered by Maurice, and this is on Nuclear War now. This is a single sleeve, no spine, just a maxi sleeve like the last Midnight was, without the cutout. Yeah, it is. The production is okay. It's just an EP. Excuse me. I'd rather have something like this on 12-inch than it be a 7-inch, for example. But yeah, this is the colored version, and the theme of this video is apparently green vinyl. It has detail of the artwork on one side, and then the Nuclear War now. Really nice pressing of this vinyl, and I like the new tracks. I like the new direction. And the weird thing is, when this went up on Discogs, the artist got linked like usual, and as much as they kept their identity concealed, it blew it for me because, well, blew it. I found out who one of the guys was, and turns out he was one of my, not best friends, but someone I know and appreciate for a long time, for over 10 years. So yeah, hails to the Baron, I would say. The Die Hard came with the patch and the sticker for the artwork, a really nice quality patch, of course. I like the Die Hard versions from Nuclear War now, in the sense that they don't include too much unnecessary stuff. I can give an example, but I don't need a keychain, a perverted ceremony keychain, for example. A patch will do just fine. Yeah, perverted ceremony. This will pop up in one of those Belgian black metal, because the guys behind this are quite prolific, to say the least. They have a few things coming out. Now, on to the main event, I guess, if the perverted ceremony wasn't the main event. This is Wolf Trident Eclipse, the new Watain records. I picked up the box set. At first, because I have the Opus Diaboli and the Wild Hunt box set, and at first I was like, I'm just going for the record. But then, of course, they sweetened the deal by throwing in the extra 7-inch. So yeah, I had to get it. What is there to say about Watain that hasn't been said? You hate him, you love him. I still love him. There is nothing wrong in my book with Watain. I defended them on my channel. I did a discography of it. So the cover, there is Wolf Trident going around. Now this box has a lot of goodies. It came with this loose pipe sticker. But first our flesh must burn, to flame our minds must turn, until we stand erected, perfected and prepared, like spearheads of Satan's hosts. January 5th. That was the release date, and they did a gig in Stockholm that was supposed to be, or what I saw on the internet was a great first release party. I am going to see them Thursday in Tilburg, so looking forward to it. I'm really curious as to how the new songs are going to translate into the live set. I didn't juggle too much around, so this is how it comes up. The first thing I thought was going to be a booklet is a kind of a folder, I guess, with some posters, artwork and photos from throughout the years. There are some, it's always a photo on one side and then a live bill on the other side, or a something to let you know the new record is coming out. So yeah, some really cool pictures and yeah, and artwork, I would say. I love this one the most by far. When they do their full live gig, or their full live set with all the flames in the fire. It is something to behold, and you can say whatever you want, but when you see their live set and what they have become, yeah, it's something to behold. And still, in my opinion. Then, what I was going for by buying this box was this sad face emoji. This 7-inch. There is a whole lot of it's the Antichrist Miracle, and there's a whole lot of unreadable lyrics on the back, or a whole lot of explanation on the back, but for the life of me, can't read it. I think it's in Swedish. This is just a plain 7-inch silver black and white label, and I'm showing it fairly quick, but there will be a lot of unboxings probably on YouTube when we post this one. Music and lyrics by Watain. So yeah, I was under the assumption that this was going to be a cover, because a lot of the extra tracks, or the extras are covers of stuff, but this is a original by Watain. So this is a track maybe that didn't, or that got cut off the record. Now, what else is in here? There is that cool poster, the Panic, Terror, Arson, Metal Chaos, the release poster, and then it's backed up with another release poster. there is a stencil made out of plastic with the Trident, which is cool. I'm not going to use that. Maybe paint the town beige. And then the vinyl itself, I took the liberty of getting the vinyl out already. The back of the box is another cool image with the snake and the Trident and the track listing. There's some smooch from the table. God damn it. Nothing bad. So yeah, that's the back. Then the vinyl itself, I think if you just buy the record, maybe you'll be a bit disappointed because it is a trifold panel gatefold. So there's nothing wrong with that, but it is, compared to the Lawless, Darkness, and the other Sworn to the Dark, maybe this is a little, I don't know, a little flimsy. So it is nicely done. The images are cool. There's, like I said, nothing wrong with that. Nice band pick, and then the front and the back. I like that the cover for the record is red instead of the box being all gray. But then the insert has the same picture, and then that weird snake dude on the front, and then it of course opens up to be a lyric sheet. So like I said, if you have the standard version, I'm not sure if I would be all that thrilled with the quality of, or the grammage of the paper. It is a single record. It's not like they have a triple gatefold for one record, so that's maybe cool. But yeah, enough about that. Just buy the box set. Just like the 7-inch, but a little bit thicker, Cum Salus Satani, a little bit thicker silver records. Now, sound-wise, I think a lot of people have been talking about this. Sound-wise, it's maybe back to the early roots, like Rabbit's Dead Curse, or the one just after that, can't think of the name. It is a bit, it's a very short record. It's very short songs. The aggression is a bit more there. The ballads are certainly gone. But it is still a bit too early for me to make a final judgment if this is it's not a bad record, but because, like I said yesterday to a friend of mine, they have to put out an actual bag of dog shit on fire, Watain's fire, for me not to appreciate what they're doing. But it is another chapter in their discography, I think, and it is, the only thing I can say is that it is a really short record, so it's not the journey that you can get into like the Lawless Darkness or the other records, but it has promise. It's more of a punk record than it is a metal record, in the sense that it's short, blistering, hateful fucking tracks. So yeah, the Trident Wolf Eclipse. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks on here, and so far towards the Sanctuary, the 7th track is kind of my favorite. That's the one there was a CD in here, but that's in the car, so I've been blasting the CD just to get acquainted with it, and so far it's yeah, the best track on here. Limited to 300 copies. There are a lot of variants of this record, so I'm not surprised if everyone and their grandma will end up with this record. Guys, first one of 2018 in the bag. To surmise, don't cry, just buy the records when they're still up. No need to whine about anything. If you miss out, you'll get them eventually. Thanks again to Josh Armijo. Dude, seriously, thank you. And to all the new subs. We reached the 500 mark, so that's kind of cool, I guess, for the new year. Anyway, thank you very much. Maybe a short tape delay will come up, I'm not sure. And you'll see me when you'll see me, I guess. Guys, cheers, on to the next. Bye.